Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mokgadi and this is a new segment and it's called The Talk with Mokgadi. So the aim of it is to just tap into my life experiences, and basically what I've been through, like testimonies. It's not things that get me down, but it's just things that as a human being I have to live with. So with me today to help me dissect our topic for the day, which is the effects of being in a relationship as a rape survivor, is Nella. Nella has been through similar situations as me, and I believe we're gonna have a great conversation. We're gonna be able to exchange our experiences and the effects of it and try to get into like, how does this thing work? So yeah, please don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's get into the video. I cooked, you guys. I cooked. Please do make sure to go check out that cooking video. I cooked malana, dikilana, limautuana with coleslaw and pap. So while we are talking with Nella, we're gonna be munching on our meals. And it's just gonna be a casual conversation. I'm a bit nervous because obviously I'm tapping into that wound, something that I never really talk about, and I've realized that, okay, it has an effect on my life or how I deal with things. So yeah, where do I start? So I'll start from the beginning. I grew up in Limpopo with my sisters. My parents were here in Joburg working, and then my sexual abuse experiences started then, because my sisters obviously they were not around most of the time because they schooled, like they would leave ka 5 a.m. and then come back ka 4, like jumpers late. So I'd be alone at home. I'd have to like unlock for myself and eat whatever the food they left me and wait for them to come back later on to cook. So I had a brother. I don't even know if like I should call him a brother, but I had a brother, and then he schooled nearby where we stayed. So from go school in Sahai, he had to pass by my house. So he would pass by my house frequently. So that's when this thing started happening. I remember the first time that I realized that, okay, this person was touching me inappropriately. So we were playing like house, and like it was that thing where you have to be the mother and then I am the father. Like, you know, when there's a mother, there's a father, and there's kids and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, I remember going the garage at the back, and then like he would touch me inappropriately, but then I didn't understand what was happening. And he told me that, okay, this is what a mother and a father does in Coco storing and stuff like that. And as a child, I thought that's what a mother and a father does. I thought that was what a mother and a father does. And then I never said anything to anyone. And then that day went by, and then he kept on coming back. And then there was no form of penetration that day. However, like it was just inappropriate touching, and you know, in sexual ways. So as he keeps on coming, I'm gonna try to summarize because this is like the whole 28 years of my life. Then he started coming like after school, and he would manipulate me. I remember this other time there was a bioscope at school, so like we had to pay like 2 rands. So he came and he was like to me, I heard there's a bioscope at your place, at your school, and you have to pay like 2 rands. Do you have it? And I was like, no, I don't have it. I think I had not told my sisters yet by then. And then he was like, okay, I do have 2 rands, but then you'd have to like accompany me to fetch it. Like Kadipom being like, it was where my grandparents live. So, and today, Rafita Lopa, understand? So, and then we walked. And then when we got to Kolope, he was like, okay, fine, this is where we are getting. And then, yeah, well, the rape happened there. But that was not the first one. That was not the first time. Or I am just mixing the dates, because I remember there was other time my great grandmother came to stay with us, and like literally he'd be korung because he was blind and he couldn't walk. So he'd be my great grandmother be in that room, and then that guy would say, let's go outside, do whatever he wants to do, or the room go next door. So yeah, that happened. I grew up, I came to Joburg. I never told anyone, but then I know that my sexual nature was when my sexual nature was like heightened. I started having like scenarios in my head of a mother and a father, and I'd always be the mother, and I'd always be the one that is going to have sex. I would always be the one that, in my thoughts, like I had those scenarios like that. So, and then I came to Joburg, not really discussing it with anyone, no one knew. And then, yeah, I still had those thoughts, like, I just became a sexual being. Like now that I'm old, I understand that I became a sexual being, where you like, feel your hormones feel like, okay, you want to have sex. Since then, it was like something was unlocked. Even when we replay a house, when I was here, I'd always want to be the mother, because I felt like the mother is the one that's gonna get that. And then, like, if they said I was the child or I was anything, I wanted to be the mother. I felt like I was the mother. I am the one that deserved to have sex. You get what I mean? And kids playing, it will be, you know, how house it is like, sometimes you like, hey, yo, you know, mama will touch you so. But that was what I knew. That was what I thought was supposed to happen. So as growing up, yeah, well, that was my secret. And then I got to high school. And I think my hormones just became worse, because teenagehood, Leona as well, adolescent was just as well, ili jwalo. And then afterwards, it was hard. It was actually hard, because I had illusions, and I had my own stories. I remember grade 8 when I started my periods, because you know, when you start your periods, they're not as regular as when you are used to having them. Like, they could start your first time and then maybe skip 2 months and then they come again. So my first periods were in grade 8, and I had my periods, and then for 2 months they didn't come. I was so scared. I thought I was pregnant from that guy's whatever, like so many years ago. I remember tying my waist, I don't want to be pregnant. That, like, I felt dirty in a way, like whatever from that guy is still in me, or something like that. Do you get what I mean? So okay, high school, yeah, grade 10, I had a boyfriend, and then in my mind I thought, I'm gonna be a virgin again. I remember Googling like, how do you regain your virginity, and there was an article saying after 6 years of not having sex, you can actually return back. It's like you are returning back to your virginity. Your vagina goes back to what it's supposed to be. I remember reading that, and I was counting on my 6 years, saying, you know what, I really want to gain this thing back. I want to gain this thing back. My friends at school, we were talking about being virgins, and Lena, I would say, yo guys, I'm also a virgin. Lena, so breaky. Lena, I so eating. And then Then the next incident, I had a boyfriend in grade 10, ne? But we were not sleeping together. It was that thing, no, I came to break up with virgin back. Like, it was a thing, like, came to break up with virgin back. And for him, it was that thing, I'm putting the time frame, okay, by this time, even if like 6 years, but I know if I push it harder, maybe it will become I'll become more of the virgin. So it's fine. Let me just wait. This thing is worth waiting for. So I did wait. And then the first sexual encounter I had from the childhood sexual thingy happened in a very awkward way. Okay, I had a friend of mine and the boyfriend, they were kind of like stalking me. I just didn't understand what was happening, because they would chat with me as different people and I wouldn't know. And I remember like falling in love with that person I was chatting to. You remember mix it like you chat with people by you don't know them and and it's okay. And then okay, fine, I remember they were like stalking me. It's fine. This friend who was someone I'd spend a lot of time with, and they were stalking me, boyfriend. And then there was a time I forgot what happened, or if I try to remember it is gonna be a long story. But there was a time where I knew that, okay, Kilona, and I remember talking about it. Why would you do this? Why would you understand? And then afterwards, the boyfriend didn't stop like the stalking or the talking and stuff like that. And to be honest, from my side, I also entertained it to an extent. You get what I mean? And then I remember having a conversation with the friend, and like I think I wanted to like say that this thing hasn't stopped, ne? And then I was like asking her, okay, who do you have a crush on? Like, let's talk about our crushes. And then she told me my crush is blah blah blah, and I was like, my crush is your boyfriend. I don't know who does that, but then I was like, my crush is your boyfriend. With that, I think I was trying to highlight something, okay, I think something is happening, and I don't even understand it. Remember, at that moment, I think I was still confused. I was a teenager. I didn't know what was happening or even how to react to things. And then there was a day I was writing exams. You know, go grade 10 when you write, if ba physics bangwala, ba science bangwali, and then jolly. That day I was writing, I think I was writing geography, and she was not writing, and then she was at the boyfriend's place. And then after writing, they asked me to bring them McDonald's, like go McDonald's, go schoolung, like there was a McDonald's across the street. So I went, I bought Big Mac, and I went to their place. And when I got there, I gave them their food, and I'm like, my money. I think by then we had stopped chatting. And then I was like, my money, and they didn't want to pay me. So what I did was I grabbed phone and ran, like, and that phone, Elia, the guy's phone. I ran, I caught a taxi, and then I came to my house. And then the following day, obviously I had to return the phone. My friend was writing the following day. I was not writing. And then, okay, we arranged, I think, okay, I'm gonna come bring your phone. Because I remember like there were so many people calling me, oh, like, you understand. So the following day I went, Kirkisa phone thing, and then I got there. And then it was like that thing, yeah, let's talk about that thing. I remember he was even calling me Tapelo. Tapelo means grace. That's how it started, this thing. I'm Pizza Tapelo. And I'm like, who's this person calling me Tapelo? That was when the stalking started. But then after I found out who it was, I knew, okay, this is the person. So let's talk about that thing. And I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? And again, that thing in a charming way, and I don't know. You know, I feel like I also contributed to like the leading on and like just, I don't know, maybe my body language was saying something, or I don't know, I really don't know. And what happened was then, okay, like just one thing led to another. He tried kissing me, but I don't remember kissing him like, oh, I'm kissing you passionately. But he was just explaining things, like explaining, no, it's okay, no, it's what, like reminding me about things we were talking about, Gulexy and dada. And then we had sex, ne? We had sex, and I remember it was so painful. It was so painful, and I was so sad because at that time I was like, but then I'm saving this for my boyfriend. Like, I'm saving my virginity for my boyfriend. And then it happened, and I felt so horrible that day. I felt so horrible. I came home, and then when I came home, like, I was just in a state. I was just in a state. And then I felt like I'm a Leo, like, with things, how to get them out, I just speak, I vent. So I felt like, no, I needed to like talk. I needed to like tell this guy what he did. Why would he like, why doesn't he understand that I have a boyfriend and I was saving myself for this boyfriend? And then afterwards, okay, fine. I was like, okay, I'm gonna text Stella. I was like, you know what? I need to talk to you. I don't know how that message got across, or okay, maybe she wants more, or she's coming back again or something. I was like, okay, fine, I want to talk to you. He was like, okay, come to my house. I remember it was on a Thursday. I remember my mom was going to Mirapelo because I remember her seeing me. Where guy? And I put blue and white. So I went there and I was like, you know what? I want to like talk about what happened. Like that thing, like I didn't like it. But he became in a charming way. Like I was even like, I liked my boyfriend then. I really did. And I felt like he was my boyfriend, and I wanted him to just be like, I wanted things to just happen like they are happening for every girl. So the aim was to just tell him that stop it, like just stop it. So when I was there, like things happened somehow. I felt like I was drawn into, I don't know if I was manipulated, but I think I forgot what I was there for, even if like I started it, but I found myself still in a position where he can touch me, he's kissing me, and it meant, okay, fine, we're gonna have sex again, ne? And then it happened. And then after then, after that day, I don't remember ever seeing that guy or even talking to him ever again. And I didn't even explain to my friend, or this and this happened. I just cut ties. Like, I cut ties. And then we only spoke, I think, as time goes on, like, and he was asking me something that was related to her. And I just answered, but I was so scared to like meet up with him, not even meet up with him, find myself in the same situation or same environment with him. And after our matric and grade 11 matric, it was just done. It was just done. I don't remember having another one-on-one conversation with him, or even having to like have a normal conversation. I don't remember. Obviously, in the midst of that happening, there were moments where there were awkward moments. Maybe let's say we find ourselves maybe really go the same event or whatever. Because I remember there was once, I don't remember which year it was. There was once an event at school, and I think he came. It was so awkward. It was so awkward. Like, it was so awkward. I didn't know how to act, whether to be okay, whether to be... And him as well didn't... Like, that thing, I don't remember him following up or saying what happened is I wanted to become this, or maybe we should try a relationship. It was not that thing, or I'm falling for your friend. It was not that situation. So yeah, that happened. And then after that, I think that's when the awkward sexual behavior started in my life, because each and every boyfriend that I came across, I felt like this is what they are supposed to do to me. Most of the guys I've dated, if they were to come here and be honest and ask them for how were you guys intimate, they will tell you it's fights. We are like, I fight. I don't remember having an intercourse with a guy and it's the right way. I don't even know what is the right way. Fast forward to tertiary, I went with that mentality. I went with that mentality, and only now I'm seeing how like it really affected my life. I remember there was a point where I thought my body or my sexual language, body language was my power. Like I felt like any guy I could get just by walking around and just I don't know. I had something that it was just this power in me that I felt like it could lure any guy in. And I rode on that. To a point where I remember first year I dated someone. It was a like a commitment relationship, and then that guy angheta, ne? And then my revenge was like, I'm gonna prove to this guy that any guy can get me. And in that I think that was when the greatest damage was created in me, because I started like kikipela like list ya gore I know by 6 months I can get like 10 guys and I'll do it. I remember kipechale my friend like I can get it, like this person thinks like because kena like I can't, and I actually did that. Like I did that, and all of those guys, I don't 70% of them I don't remember kissing them. So it will be just sex, and then yeah, we cool. Like when you try to kiss me, we just fight like that thing. Just do whatever you want to do. And for me it was not like torture or anything. It was just how it was done. I just thought that was how it was done. I didn't like it when they come and kiss me, and I felt like it's not even about the kiss, so why won't we just do what we came here to do? And then I just went on a, I don't know what do they call it, a spree to just prove that I can get any man, and like I do have this power over men, and I can exercise it and use it. I remember there was even a fight, bana ba go housing, ba go communing, banshapa guys, banshapela gore nna ke ba hook up le guys, because those guys ba go that block knew gore nna, like I was just availing girls even to them. Like you want this person, I'll tell them like available. I'll tell this one you can like link her up, because I just felt like, but it's nothing. Maybe you guys are probably gonna have sex and then like it's nothing. You're not dating them or for me it was normal. For me it was normal. And then I counted those body counts. By the time I put my timeline, okay, by this time I must have this guys, submitted the paper to my friend and be like, voila, I did it. For me, I did it. I counted these people, and I remember as I would get a guy in the back, I'd write, okay, sibani done. And it was not even a matter of like the relationships or in others I'll try to get attached to, but then all the relationships, like I felt like like this girl can just be here for sex, so even if we lie to her in any way, she's just gonna do this thing, of which is what we want. None of them became serious relationships, even if they went on for not even for long, even if others like would see each other maybe for 3 weeks to a month, data or it wouldn't go on for that long. So fast forward, I'm just summarizing. Fast forward to after tertiary, actually my B.Tech year, when I was doing my B.Tech, that was when I got very ill. Yeah, so then that was when like my spiritual journey started. Not really started, but when I got to understand spirituality and prayer and God and